Welcome back to the junk room, everybody. You know who it is. Me, the Junkman, coming back at you with another video. And this is part 2 or the second episode of a new series I'm doing where I get with another YouTuber and we rank something. Now in the first episode we ranked the best toys of the 90s. And this time I'm reaching out to someone that loves Boba Fett, so you know he's okay in my book. Britt on Fett. What a great name. I'll link to his YouTube channel in the description. So what we're going to do, we're going to rank the 10, his 10 and my 10 worst vintage cardbacks. There were some bad ones. There was a lot of great ones, but there were some bad ones for sure. And he's going to give you his 10. I'm going to give you my 10. We're going to see if maybe we match, maybe we don't match. Who knows? Might be somewhere like, you're crazy. That's an awesome card back. And he probably feels the same about some of the ones I picked. Now, we're just going to do the bottom 5 in this video, 6 through 10. And to see my number 1, his number 1, you'll have to go over to his channel. And again, you can find a link to his YouTube channel in the description and the comment section of this video. Well, I know you don't like when I waste your time. So let's rank the worst Star Wars vintage cardbacks.
What's up, Star Wars nerds? I'm Britt on Fett. I'm a fairly new YouTuber, just got started several months ago, talking all things Star Wars toys, mostly action figures, and Star Wars media and all that stuff. So good to be here. Honored to be here with the Junkman.
Now, thanks for coming on. And if you hadn't seen what I do with these rankings, what we're going to do is we're going to do 6 through 10 of our worst. And then we're going to have the Brett's channel for 1 through 5. So if you enjoyed this video, in the description, you can find a link to his channel. Go over there and you can see what our number 1 worst Kenner vintage cardback is. Who knows? We might agree and have the same number 1, but I really doubt that. So if you want to, we'll go ahead and start with number 10 on your list.
All right, man. And even though these are classic cardbacks, we're not going to pull any punches, right?
No, we're not.
Okay, sounds good. So let's get started. At my number 10, I have the Rebel Commando from Return of the Jedi from the indoor battle scenes. Man, this thing, it's just, for me, it's just out of focus. It's dark. And what gets me is the dude's kneeling in a shadow of like a tree. and it's like you telling me you couldn't find a better photo of a Rebel fighter in all those battle scenes at the end of Return of the Jedi. It just didn't make any sense to me to use this picture, and they just keep reusing it. They reused it on the vintage collection as well, and it's just always kind of bothered me.
If he would drop his gun a little bit, I don't think it would bother me.
Yeah, they got the gun in his face, you know. It's just
And I'm sure I was gonna say a promotional picture or some kind of a promo picture or some kind of test picture would have been good, but I kind of don't like when they do that's cheating when they don't take a scene from the movie. That kind of bothers me.
That's true.
So
yeah,
probably hard to find a photo, but yeah, I never really thought about it until you mentioned it. But yeah, it's not really a good cardback. But I do see something interesting. I think this thing says it's 79 cents. Oh my god,
man, we're old.
Man, I would love to find one. I can hate the card all I want for 79 cents. I would buy it.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's your number 10 starting off the list. And my number 10, let me get my, where's it at? Here we go. Share it. This is one I hate to put some of the original Star Wars Series 2 on the list because I just love them so much and I like the figure. But we're going to talk about Walrus Man. Airbrush Walrus Man. And it should be farther down the list. If it wasn't Walrus Man, I probably wouldn't put him here. And I know I shouldn't because that's not really what we're doing on the list. You know, I shouldn't be biased, but it's horrible. It's airbrushed. I did a video on it. You can see fingernails from I think it was like a snaggletooth character they didn't brush out or some kind of little creature. And it's hard to see. Only nerds like me will see the fingernails, but
yeah, I didn't notice that till you brought it up.
Yeah. It's
even worse now.
Yeah, I think in the original picture, it was like that little rat thing. It was not snaggletooth, but it's like a little mouse-looking creature, and he's holding the cup. And they airbrushed the cup out, and you can see some of his fingernails they didn't get out. But they could have found a picture from the movie. I know it was They're probably not. Well, it's Walrus Man. There's got to be a scene of him pushing Luke and stuff. There's got to be.
There's got to be.
It's not like it's some background. I mean, Hammerhead's got a real photo. If they can get a picture of Hammerhead, they can get a picture of Walrus.
Exactly. I don't even think this is a photo, right? I think maybe
it's
a drawing.
Brushed. Yeah.
Yeah. It's just it's bad. It's real bad.
Yeah. Well, actually, I did a video on the fingernail, so it took a scene from the movie and then kind of airbrushed the photo. So.
Okay.
And the background don't match. It looks like he's just cut out laying on top of some. It's just horrible.
It's just so bad.
Yeah. Yep. I'm ashamed of myself for putting that number. Well, I had that again. I'm sorry. That should have been. Now that I see it again, that should have been a lot lower than 10. Oh man. Okay. Okay. Number 9.
Number 9. This is the first one I'm gonna probably take a little bit of heat for, and I got the Imperial Gunner on a Power of the Force card from Return of the Jedi. Classic figure, man. But when you take a look at a photo, my issue is this photo is just an awkward photo to me. The guy looks like he's on break, or he's I wouldn't be surprised they took the photo if the actor was taking a break in between takes. You know, he's got his one hand on his hip, and he's got one of his hand tucked in his belt, kind of like Al Bundy there. And man, it's just I mean, this is supposed to be like an elite soldier, right? And he's just kind of chilling. So I thought it was just a bad photo there.
Yeah, it looks like somebody just said, "Hey, Bob," and snapped his picture and looked up.
Exactly.
But I love this figure, so maybe I'm biased and I can't see the bad about it. It's not great. Probably one of the where you see them in the Death Star and you see the side view would probably have been better. But it's nothing I look at and go, ugh.
Yeah, or maybe a photo of him in action, actually shooting something, you know?
Yeah, because I think it's him sitting on the
sitting
on the cannon.
Right. That would have been a cool shot. But they're gonna keep reusing this. They're reusing it on the upcoming new vintage collection release for Return of the Jedi. It's already coming out.
I don't think I've seen that figure yet. I like that figure, so that one might look good.
Yeah,
that's a good one to have on the vintage card.
Yeah, it's almost the same as the one they released for Rogue One. I think they made a couple of small changes. Yeah.
Man, that sounds like Hasbro.
Yep.
We'll use that mold until can't be used anymore. Okay, my number 9. Is that where we're at? Number 9. Let me close this down real quick. Number 9. Where's it at? Okay. My number 9, going back to the Classic Series 2 again. I know I feel kind of bad. Now the figure's okay. The figure ain't nothing special. It's an R2D2 ripoff. It's R5D4.
Oh,
here he is.
Oh,
here he is. Got Luke in the way. Like, move out of the way, Luke. You got a Jawa in the way. You got R2 peeking around the corner. And I don't know, maybe you got something else in the background back there. It's just, hey, can't we get him straight on so we can see what it is? It's just seems like it just slap something on card here. So,
oh man, Junkman, this is where it's getting interesting because I did a video a while back on my favorite cardbacks for a vintage collection, and this was my number 1 favorite cardback, Junkman. This is my favorite cardback. Number one. Number 1. I love this cardback.
I have that why I have to. I don't understand.
I love because you got R5, but then you got Luke Skywalker, you got Jawas, you got R2 taking a peek around the corner there.
Well, that's why it needs to be. It's R5. It needs to be R5's card.
I hear you, man. Maybe I'm a weirdo, but I love it. And I think I was telling you earlier. I think Boss Bounty put this up there in in his top 5. I think he had it at like number 2 or maybe even number 1 as well. So
man, I need to talk to that guy too because something.
Yeah. No, I love this one. So that's all right. It's getting interesting.
Have they done him in the vintage collection yet?
Yep. Oh yeah.
I can't.
There's
so many. I can't keep up.
Yeah. This guy right here.
Okay. Yeah, I kind of remember that now.
Yeah. BC 40.
That's not as good in the 90s when he had a missile in his head. If you remember that one.
Yes. They did some funny things back then.
That has to be one of the worst. Okay.
That giant R2D2 leg, that third leg that was
yeah, because they had the lightsaber, right? And it went down in his leg. And,
Yep.
Yeah, that was horrible, bro. That was horrible. Okay, where are we at now? You're number 8, right?
Number 8. Okay, so number 8, I'm going back to the Power of the Force, and I got a Man. I bet you can't say that guy's name 3 times fast.
Can't even say it once. People tell me in the comment section all the time I say it wrong.
Yeah.
Amanda Man. They say I say Amanda Man. Okay.
Man, it's another classic, but the photo just looks like a mugshot to me. And this guy, he's one of the aliens from Jabba's palace, but I don't remember the walls of Jabba's palace looking that white. So, either someone got a little too crazy with the flash on their camera, or this thing was shot in the back room somewhere where they kept all the puppets.
Yeah, it looks like when they were doing test shots of the puppet. But I've never noticed that before. Now I can't see it. I mean, I can't unsee it. But I love this figure. I like the card. I like the card. It's just such a strange looking alien, and I just love looking at it. So I got it on the wall. It's one of the few carded figures I have. Oh
yeah, no, it's actually a really awesome sculpt for back then.
Definitely.
Alien. Yeah. Even though he's just goofy as hell looking. So
yeah, but I like the card. I'm not gonna lie. But let me zoom in on that real quick and see. There really wasn't much they probably could use because he's such hard to find in the movie. I mean, way in the background, you got to really be looking for him. But no problem. Maybe I just like the Power of the Force cards so much. I don't know.
I do love the Power of the Force cards. Yeah, they're awesome.
Yeah, they look great. Okay. What are we on? 8?
Number 8. Yep.
Okay, good. You keep me on track here. 8. Where's it at? Okay. Pull up my 8. It's a bad figure. It's a boring figure. It's not bad. It looks good. It's a boring figure on a boring card. That would be the Cloud Car pilot. Twin pod. It's just, you can't even tell it's the twin cars. You can't, it just look like he's in some kind of big orange trash can thing or something. If you don't know Star Wars, you're like, what is that, a ship? What is that? They could just put the Cloud Car on it. Maybe you can't see his shirt. You can't see his pants. We don't know if that's what he looks like. It's just a horrible looking card. It's just boring and pretty stupid looking.
This one for me is so bad it's good. It's a cardback I love to hate. I love it because it's just so different. Because it's one of the few cards that got a ship in it with a guy inside it. It's so weird. But now that you bring it up, that you can't tell it's a twin card. It does kind of look like a big trash can now, and the guy's just sitting in there.
Yeah, you can't even tell the front part sticks out. You're like, what am I looking at? If you didn't know.
Yeah. They didn't get any close up shots of this guy in the movie. I don't think they were all. All the images are from a distance. So.
I don't think there's any photos of him outside the ship. I don't think there was even like no test shots or anything. I think
nope.
They just threw a helmet on a crew member probably and says, "Here, sit in this."
Yep.
And there's no background to it.
Yeah, what is that? Because in those scenes they weren't flying in space. No. They were flying in the day in the atmosphere with clouds, Cloud City.
What is that? Is that something?
Could they not put some clouds in the background?
Yeah, put some blue, lighten it up, something. And make it look a little, put Bespin back, do something, anything. Yep. Well, they probably said this is going to be a crappy figure. Let's just, you have to buy 2 of to fit inside the Cloud Car. It's just.
Yeah, I agree with you on that one. Yep, that's a good pick.
Okay. Number 7.
Number 7. I'm going to probably take some flack for this one because it's a classic character, but I chose Luke Skywalker, Bespin Fatigues from Empire Strikes Back.
What a grainy photo for a
card.
Oh,
man, it's grainy. It's out of focus. It looks like someone did a bad job taking a photo and then did a worse job developing it and then spilled their drink on it and then took a while to clean it off and then took a photo of that and threw it on a card back. I just hate. I've always hated this image of how bad it looks. I mean, the pose is fine. It's just the quality is just so bad. And like all those scenes where they're running around those bright white halls of Bespin, it's so clear. I mean, yeah, it's clear on the 4K, but it was clear back then. Even it was so well lit on those
clearer
scenes.
Than that.
You tell him you can't find a good photo in all those scenes of him running around those bright white halls. I just don't understand.
Put him fighting Vader or something. That there's so many things they could go through. To pick that one out. And I think on the vintage collection, you probably know better than I think they made the picture a little lighter, didn't they? Yeah, it's still a little. It looks like they shined it up a little bit.
They helped cover it up a little bit with the free bowl.
Looks like they ran through a filter on their Photoshop before they printed it out.
Yeah,
or something. But this now interesting. I had this figure on my list, but I didn't have this card back. I had the other because there's two pictures, and I had
Okay,
the
I know
one I
which one you're
call the
talking about.
peekaboo card because it looks like he's peeking around the corner, and it always bothered me because it's like peekaboo. I just hate looking at it. Yeah.
I know exactly what you're
But
talking
now
about.
that you mentioned this one, I think this one might be worse because of how green. I never really paid attention to how grainy it looked.
Yeah.
And this is not the photo I pulled. I mean, any photo he pulls looks like that. It's not like I just got a bad photo. But yeah, I don't like the peekaboo card, and I'll give you that one. I'll give you that.
All right.
Okay, where are we at now?
Still number 7. You're number 7.
My number 7. Okay, yeah. You did a classic character, so let me do a classic character.
All right.
See if I get any heat for this one right here. We're going to talk R2D2, but sensor scope.
Okay.
Sensor scope, because it's like the Cloud Car Pile. It's not a movie scene. What is this? Blue, black background? I don't even know if they're together. Look, they might be airbrushed together. Maybe so, but it just there's a perfect shot of him in the snow with the sensor out. Take that, put it on the card. That's all you had to do.
Yeah, where'd this blue screen come from?
This
is not a great one.
It makes no sense whatsoever. Again, there's so much more they could use. And here's maybe I never know if that's the sensor scope from Hoth, or is that the little scope in Dagobah when he falls into the water? That bothers me.
Yeah,
I guess it's sensor scope.
That's a good question.
Yeah, I guess it's a sensor scope, so I guess it is.
It says sensor scope, but they mess stuff like that all the time.
Yeah, it looks more like the one that was in. Yeah, it looks like the one in Dagobah.
Yeah, I'm kind of with you there.
Yeah,
I think it might be.
Yeah, or they probably don't know. They probably just put a tube on his head. They probably didn't know.
They don't. Yeah, they don't know. They don't care on some of the stuff. just throw something together. Get the toy out as fast as possible.
And let me complain more about this card. R2's head's backwards.
You mean C-3PO?
Oh, I said R2.
R2's his head's backwards. I've never noticed that.
Oh, he's backwards, I guess. He's okay. Yeah. He's not facing 3, but it looks like he's back.
Yeah, he's backwards. I think
he's leaning the wrong direction.
He's leaning like he's looking at 3PO.
But
his head's looking the other way. Oh my! This card just got much worse for me. I never even noticed that. I can't believe I never noticed that.
Yeah, he's doing the lean where he should be looking at 3PO. But he's facing another direction. It's just the more you look at this one, the more it's horrible.
Hold on a second.
That's gonna bother you.
It's gonna bother me. All right, we got R2 here. So his backside. He doesn't have those blue bars.
Right. The blue bars are
He's facing away from 3PO.
Yeah, I guess 3PO is saying stop.
Yeah, and his cables, they're on the front. So I just had to make sure.
Yeah, and he's leaning because he leans back a little bit but he's leaning the wrong direction.
Yeah. Oh man.
Yeah, that don't make no sense.
Now that's something I won't be able to unsee. So. Thanks for that.
Okay, number 6.
All right, number 6. I have it's a classic figure from the original 12. I got the Death Squad Commander.
Oh, let me pull this up real quick.
Yeah,
it's not the best looking card. I'll give you that.
Yeah, that's another one I've never really liked. It's so dark. It just looks like almost like a floating head, and then it's like he's closing his eyes. Like couldn't get one with his eyes open. I mean, he's probably looking down at a monitor or something. They're not totally closed, but to me, it looks like his eyes are closed. And
is this always here? This little?
Yeah, I think so.
It's like he's got chain for glasses. I've never noticed that before. Huh?
It's probably the actor's glasses. He forgot to flip it over his shoulder there before they rolled. So
I'm trying to think if there's another scene that could have been better, but
there's not a lot. They're always doing something on the computer, right? So I kind of get it.
Yeah.
They're probably not a lot where they're looking up. So that's probably the problem. I'm probably being a little harsh, but it's still
he's black photo. And the figure's gray.
Yeah.
But I don't hate. Maybe because it's old and classic, but it doesn't. This one doesn't bother me because it is a scene from the movie, and like you said, he could be looking up. But overall, they went to the effort to get a scene from the movie, so I can't bash this one too much.
I got you, and I do appreciate that when they actually use a scene.
Yes. Okay. So let me pull that down. That was your number 6. Okay, we'll go to another classic. You had Luke, and I got Luke also, but a different Luke. This is called the Gunner card.
Oh,
I'm probably gonna take some heat for this one here.
Yeah.
Cause
I like this one. Go ahead.
It's not a bad looking card, but it's just they changed the card. There was no reason to change it. It was a nice card, having him looking at the twin suns. It matched him. He's wearing that in that scene. Of course, he's wearing that too. It's just I'm looking at his crotch, I think, or something. He's just crammed into this little small compartment, and there was no reason to change what was already a classic, great card. And we got this one. He's looking off to the side. You mentioned the guy looking down. This guy's I only know what he's looking at because
he's watching for those TIE fighters coming around the side. Yeah,
he should be looking at his computer screen.
That's true. Yeah, you got me there.
Yeah. So it looks weird and everything. It just bugs me. I don't like it.
I like it all right. I actually like this one, but what bothered me is that I could be wrong. Maybe but I don't think they released this particular version till Return of the Jedi. I don't think they had this as an alternate cardback for New Hope. Oh, even though the scenes from New Hope. Yeah, the picture.
Yeah, Return of the Jedi. They changed the image.
Yeah, they changed it, but it's an image from New Hope. So I don't. I don't know. That's always kind of bothered me.
Yeah, it's like if you're gonna don't change it because you're not gonna change its lightsaber color or anything. So
yeah, that's how they roll back.
But they did in Jedi. They changed Chewbacca. They changed Vader. They changed. But at least, like you said, with them, Chewbacca was on Return of the Jedi photo. Vader, I think, the Return of the Jedi photo. So but they changed Obi-Wan too, I think. So
I can't remember on Obi-Wan.
Yeah, I can't remember. Yeah, because there's like the classic one. He's holding the saber out like this.
He's kind of leaning the wrong way.
And the other one I should have pulled up because he's holding the saber. And if you look at his hand, you can tell it's an airbrush photo of a hand. It's not his hand at all.
Okay. Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about.
Okay. So, okay. Well, now we're in the top 5 now. So now we're going to go over, if anybody wants to see the rest, see what our number 1 is. Going to have to go to Britt's channel. We're going to have the top 5 over there. So, Britt, tell me how to find your channel.
Oh yeah, just type in Brett on Fett, and you can find me on there pretty easily.
Well, so it's not a Boba Fett channel. It sounds like a Boba Fett channel.
Well, yeah, if you search, it's not all about Boba Fett. He's kind of my focus character.
I get. Well, Boba Fett's cool.
And Brett on Fett just kind of.
It does sound good. I give you that. It sounds good.
I do get into Boba Fett quite a bit, but I talk about all things Star Wars.
Hey, well, since you're new to YouTube, I'll warn you. People tell me I talk too much about Boba. They're like, another Boba Fett video. You can't not talk about Boba Fett too much.
Yeah,
it's always something. So head over to Brett's channel. I'll put a link in the description below, and we'll continue our top 5, which is going to be interesting to see who is number 1 on the worst cards. Well, there you go. Teased you with 6 of them. What's going to be my number 1? What's going to be Britt on Fett's number 1? I bet it's not Boba Fett. No siree. Well, I want to thank you for watching. Head over to Britt's channel again. Link in the description and the comment section. I'll pin it there also so you can find his channel. If you're really into more of the modern stuff, he's a really great channel. Check him out. I think you'll enjoy his videos if you like Star Wars toys. I know you will. But hopefully we'll be back next month to meet another YouTuber and rank something there also. Should be a lot of fun. But I want to thank Brett from Fett again for coming on and doing this. And it was really fun. I really had a fun time doing this one, man, because it's hard for me to find bad things to say about the vintage line. But hey, it's not 100% perfect anyway. Well, anyway, check out his channel so you can see his number 1 and my number 1 and our number 2s and 3s, 4s, and 5s. Thank you for watching. As always, thumb up on any of my content. Subscribe to the channel. We'll talk again soon.
Hey, Junkman channel popping though.
Thank you, sir, for that unsolicited testimony.